Hey, welcome to today's play day. In my pantry, and I forgot they were there, I had a half of a box of lasagna noodles. And the last time I used them, when I cooked them, they all broke up. So, but I decided to do something else with them. So that's what we're gonna do today. Also, I've had some zucchini that needed to be used. So we're gonna do a lemony zucchini pasta, creamy. And it's gonna be good, and let's do it. I've already grated our zucchini, and there's some summer squash in here too. It's both green and yellow. I have it on this clean kitchen towel because we're going to squeeze out all the liquid before we cook it. So there it is. And now we're going to do a quarter of a sweet onion into the same towel. Hopefully this will work. It's working. Lots of juice in that onion too. Gonna bring some good onioniness into this. Now we're gonna get the insides out. Okay. Here's our zucchini and onion mixture. And to that mixture, I'm going to add some finely minced garlic. Okay, now we're going to head over to the stove. Before we do, we're going to squeeze all the juice out of this. I did the zucchini a little while ago, so a lot of the juice has come out of it already. Just ball it up and ring it up. That's a lot. Way more than I expected. Let's make sure we got it all squeezed out, all mixed up. And here we go on to the next step. We're gonna start with a couple tablespoons of butter, to which we are gonna add some roasted garlic oil. That'll give it a nice nuttiness and keep the butter from burning. We're getting a little bubbly, not buttery. And we're gonna pre-season our oil and butter with a shake of red pepper flake and some freeze-dried chives. And we're gonna let these cook for about a minute. Then we're gonna add in our vegetables. In comes our veggie ball. We've got to break it up. And season it up with some salt and pepper. And we're going to cook this till it starts to brown a little bit. While our veggies finish up, we are going to squeeze the juice out of a lemon. And there's our lemon juice. We'll be adding that in pretty soon. Okay, we're starting to get browned up and very fragrant. So what I'm gonna do is sprinkle on about a tablespoon or so of flour. Incorporate that flour into our vegetables. Starting to make our sauce. I'm gonna let this cook for about a minute to get the starchiness out. And now we're gonna add in a little bit of I saved a little bit of the pasta water. Throw that in there and mix it up. We're gonna add more stuff to the sauce, so it gets really thick. That's okay, because we're not finished with it yet. The next thing that's going into our sauce is about 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese, some fresh basil, sticking to my fingers, and our lemon juice. And we're going to blend that together. This is going to give lemoniness and cheesiness to our sauce. Our lemon and cheese mixer is going in right now. Just scrape it to make sure we get it all. Incorporate that in. This cheese will begin to melt. So smells so good. And now it's time for some cream, or half and half. Let's see if that'll do it. Don't forget that when you add pasta to sauces, the pasta absorbs a lot of the sauce, so it's okay if it's real loose. But we'll see if we get there. We may have to add some more pasta water or some more cream. We have reached the boiling point, which means that we are at optimum thickness, and I think we're still a little thick. So in comes a little more of our pasta water, just a little. And we're going to bring that back up to a boil. We are now back up to a boil. We're going to give this sauce a taste to make sure it's lemony enough. It's pretty lemony, but I think I'm going to add a little more lemon juice, but I got to take it off the heat first. So what we're going to do is add our pasta in. I've turned it down to a simmer, hasn't gotten there yet, but here's our torn up lasagna noodles. Going in. Sorry about looking at the bottom of the pot. Stir them in until they're heated through. And then we're going to adjust the seasonings as needed. Cheese is melted, pasta's heated through. It is creamy and rich. And I had to cook it a little bit longer because some of the bigger pieces of this lasagna pasta were less cooked than some of the other ones. But I have a little more lemon juice, and we're going in. I'm going to give it a nice tang. That should do it. We're going to stir it up. And once we're well mixed, we're going to serve this lemony zucchini pasta up. And it's going to be delicious. Here we have our creamy lemony zucchini pasta. And we're about to put it in a little bowl and give it a try. Here we are, just about ready to serve. What we're going to do first is do a little fresh basil garnish. A little chiffonade. A little bit more grated Parmesan cheese. And now we're ready to go. This was kind of a fun play day. I've never done anything like that before. Here we are close up, and it's going to be tasty. So let's taste it. Thank you for joining me while we play with our leftovers. Here we have our pasta on a fork. And that's a big bite, so I'm not going to take that one. Here's a good size one. We're going in. That came out so good. I'm glad I got a chance to use up all of my things that needed to be used up immediately. And it was good eliminating food waste, and it was yummy. And we'll see you again soon.